The women's 4x100m relay final is always electrifying. Speed, precision, and national pride, all in under 42 seconds. Every baton pass is a heartbeat, every stride a nation's hope. The tension is palpable, the stakes immense, and the margin for error razor thin. In Tokyo 2025, anticipation was at a fever pitch. The stadium pulsed with excitement as fans from around the world gathered, their voices rising in a chorus of expectation. The USA and Jamaica rivalry dominated the narrative, with legends and new stars ready to make history. Every eye was on the track, waiting to see if the established order would hold or if a new champion would emerge. This wasn't just a race, it was a battle for supremacy, and for some, a final farewell. For others, it was a chance to etch their names into the annals of Olympic history. Torrential rain turned the Japan National Stadium track into a slick, perilous stage, heightening the drama. The downpour made every step treacherous, every exchange a gamble, and every second more precious. The crowd, undeterred by the downpour, buzzed with energy, knowing they'd witnessed something unforgettable. Umbrellas bloomed in the stands, but spirits soared even higher. For the Americans, it was about dominance. For the Jamaicans, honoring a legend. For others, a shot at the podium. Each team carried its own dreams, its own burdens, and its own reasons to run. As the 8 teams were introduced, athletes in national colors masked their nerves, knowing the next minute would define their championships. The world watched, breath held, as the runners took their marks. The ultimate test, speed, teamwork, and courage, colliding in a rain-soaked showdown for world glory. In this tempest, only the boldest would rise above the storm and claim their place in history. At the heart of this electrifying showdown stand 2 giants of sprinting, the United States and Jamaica. Their rivalry has defined the sport for decades, with each nation pushing the other to new heights on the world stage. The USA's formidable lineup featured Melissa Jefferson Wooden, a double sprint gold medalist known for her explosive starts, alongside the ever-reliable Twanisha Terry and the versatile Kayla White. Anchoring the team was the electrifying Sha'Carri Richardson, whose speed and charisma have captured the world's attention. Jamaica's squad was led by the legendary Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, competing in what could be her final World Championship appearance. She was joined by the dynamic Clayton twins, both rising stars in their own right, and Jonielle Smith, a powerful anchor with a reputation for delivering under pressure. But the Americans and Jamaicans weren't alone. Germany, renowned for their technical precision and discipline, and Great Britain, a team blending seasoned experience with exciting new talent, were both determined to upset the favorites and claim their place on the podium. Germany's flawless baton exchanges, even in the most challenging wet conditions, made them a real threat. Meanwhile, Britain's squad, featuring the lightning-fast Dina Asher-Smith and the promising Amy Hunt, had the raw speed to challenge anyone, if their handovers could match their pace. Every team brought its own story, whether it was a legacy of dominance, the weight of national pride, or the hope of pulling off a stunning upset against the odds. The stage was set for a relay final where every split-second decision, every baton exchange, could make or break a dream and rewrite history. The world watched, breathless, as anticipation built and the drama of the relay was about to unfold before their eyes. As the athletes settled into the blocks, a hush fell over the stadium, anticipation thick in the air. Every eye in the stands was fixed on the runners, hearts pounding in unison with the tension that gripped the arena. Outside, rain drumming a tense rhythm, each drop echoing the nerves of the competitors. The downpour transformed the track into a slick, unpredictable stage, raising the stakes for every step. In Lane 5, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce exuded calm for Jamaica. Next to her, Jefferson Wooden for the USA brimmed with confidence. Their faces, set with determination, reflected the weight of national pride and personal ambition. The gun fired. 8 runners exploded from the blocks, water spraying behind them. The sound of spikes on wet track mixed with the roar of the elements, creating a symphony of speed and struggle. Fraser-Pryce's powerful start gave Jamaica a slight edge, but the USA stayed close, refusing to yield even an inch. The race was already shaping up to be a classic showdown. The first baton exchange, always nerve-wracking, was even riskier on the slick track. Every athlete knew a single slip could end their medal hopes in an instant. Jamaica's handoff to Tia Clayton was smooth, the USA's to Terry, safe and solid. Both teams executed with precision, refusing to let the rain dictate their fate. Germany's technical skill kept them in the mix, while Britain's handover was cautious but clean. Every team was fighting not just the competition, but the elements themselves. Down the backstretch, Tia Clayton and Twanisha Terry battled, the gap razor-thin. Each stride was a test of grit, as rain continued to pour and the finish line drew closer. The crowd's roar grew as the teams approached the next critical exchange, their cheers rising above the storm, willing their heroes forward in this unforgettable relay. The second exchange on the curve, where relays pivot, was executed flawlessly by Jamaica's Clayton twins. Their chemistry kept Jamaica ahead, but the USA's Terry-to-White handoff kept the Americans right on their heels. Tina Clayton ran a superb bend for Jamaica, holding the lead, while Kayla White chased relentlessly for the USA. The gap was barely a meter as they approached the final exchange. Germany's textbook exchanges solidified their bronze position, while Britain's slow final handover dashed their medal hopes. The stadium held its breath as the anchors prepared to receive the baton. Tina Clayton handed off to Jonielle Smith, Kayla White to Sha'Carri Richardson. The anchors took off almost in unison, Jamaica with a sliver of a lead, Richardson poised to strike. The final 100 meters would decide it all. Jonielle Smith surged for Jamaica, holding a slim lead as the crowd roared for a fairy tale finish. But Sha'Carri Richardson unleashed her trademark acceleration, closing the gap with every stride. With 40 meters to go, Richardson drew level, then edged ahead in the final meters. She crossed the line, baton raised in triumph, clinching gold for the USA in a breathtaking finish. The American team erupted, their gamble on Richardson's power paying off spectacularly. Jamaica, just 400ths behind, took silver, agony and pride mixing as they embraced. Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce in her final World Championship added a 17th world medal, tears mixing with rain in a poignant farewell. The relay had delivered a finish for the ages. The scoreboard confirmed it. USA gold in 41.75 seconds, a triumph of speed and teamwork in brutal conditions. Jamaica's silver, just 0.04 seconds behind, was a heroic effort and a fitting tribute to Fraser-Pryce's legendary career. Germany's bronze, earned through flawless exchanges, was a victory for precision and strategy. Their celebrations showed what the podium meant, a reward for technical mastery. Great Britain's hopes were dashed by a costly final exchange, finishing fourth in heartbreak. Spain set a national record for fifth. France and Canada followed, while Poland suffered a disqualification. Every team left with a story of glory, heartbreak, or lessons for the future. The relay's fine margins had decided destinies. The 4x100m relay is the ultimate test of teamwork. Success depends on trust, chemistry, and precision. In Tokyo's downpour, these qualities shone brighter than ever. For the USA, gold crowned Jefferson Wooden's triple triumph and Richardson's redemption. Jamaica's silver was a bittersweet farewell for Fraser-Pryce, a legend passing the torch. Germany's bronze proved that perfect execution can outshine raw speed. Even those off the podium gained lessons and fuel for future dreams. The raw emotion, victory, heartbreak, pride, made this final unforgettable. In moments like these, sport unites and inspires, showing the extraordinary heights of the human spirit.